Alright guys, welcome back to another video. As you can tell, today we're out in the kayak again. We're out here at the mansion, and we try to get on the bike, man. It's 12:58 in the afternoon. I didn't even check the temperature. Let me check the temperature real quick. 12:58 in the afternoon, roughly about 76 degrees right now. Honestly, feels like a little bit more fresher, just humid, you know what I mean? I don't know if y'all understand that. It's one of those weeks where we kind of have like rain in the forecast, but it's not really raining. I think the night before last night it rained pretty much the whole night, but it was just drizzling, you know. And then, you know, since yesterday afternoon it's been like this, and I haven't seen any rain yet. I want to say it rained a little bit last night, but I didn't actually see it, you know, and the ground wasn't too wet, so I'm not too sure. Yeah, we're out here at the mansion. I got a weightless worm tied on this rod, and then on my other rod I got a weighted BrushHog. I'm gonna try to fish the bottom. I'm gonna try to fish weightless first for a little bit, see if anything eats it like this, and then if I don't get any bites or anything, then I'll switch up to that weighted BrushHog. But yeah, I mean, the water's still pretty damn cold, but it does feel pretty humid. And as you can tell, there is some wind. It's pushing me around. At the same time, I'm in this little bitty kayak with my big old body. Spot looks good. Go and try out this spot real quick. Ooh. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's like an abandoned house back there. And I remember the very first time I came out here on the kayak, of course I came alone, and it scared the hell out of me. I didn't like fishing this area. I would just pass it. If I wouldn't just pass it, I wouldn't even come this far back. Yeah, it's just your good old abandoned house right by the river. You know, no windows, all wood, all rotted out. But it does look like they have a new tank and new lines for their water pumps. So that's what freaks me out. But all the times that I've came out here, I've never seen nothing, never heard nothing. So we're just gonna keep going and act like it's not there. So we know it's deep here, especially because there's a good amount of water here. The water level's where it's supposed to be at. And I know I tell y'all in every video, but just for the new subscribers, this place, this spot that I'm at, let me see if I can, we call it the mansion just because the big house is in the entrance. And on the maps it pops up as Presidio Park, but that's over there where the boat ramp is. This place is actually called Bookout Reservoir. That's what this little stretch of the Nueces River is called. It's called the Bookout Reservoir, and the reason it's considered a reservoir is because it's not connected to the actual Nueces River. It's Nueces River water, but over at the Boeington, if you go back to another one of my videos, over at the Boeington, there's two big old pipes that come into the water from the boat ramp. Those two big old pipes, what they do is they pump water out of the Boeington. Like I was getting bit up. They pump water out of the Boeington and then pump it over here, and then they'll leave the water over here for a while, and then they'll pump it back to the Boeington. And that's all they do with this water, man. They just pump it back and forth. But there is really good fish here, you know what I mean? And I've never caught a catfish, but I heard people say there's pretty good catfish here. I've never caught a crappie, but I'm always seeing this older gentleman that comes out here with his grandson, and they're always doing nothing but crappie fishing. They say they get pretty good sized crappie. And as y'all know, I've said it in the last video, there is some big old gar here, you know. But yeah, that's all they do. That's why this is considered a reservoir, because it's not connected to the actual Nueces River. It's just Nueces River water. And the reason they pump it back and forth is for all the farmland that's up there, all the ranchers. They use this water for their fields, to water their fields, you know. Real quick information for y'all, just for the new subscribers that didn't know. And I don't know if I've ever gotten into that much detail about it, but just so y'all know. This place is called the Book Out Reservoir, and on the maps, if you type in Presidio Park, it'll take you to the boat ramp. But it's not an actual river. It's just Nueces River water. And a couple years ago, man, I wasn't living here in Cristo at the time. But a couple years ago, this place got pretty freaking dried out. Like, there's no water here. Actually, all of Crystal City, like all the Nueces River, the mansion, the Boeington, the Campreste back in Crystal, the 7 Mile up there, the Averhoff. I don't know about the Averhoff, but the 7 Mile and all that stuff up there got like really, really dry. There were some spots where it was freaking bone dry. But like I said, I wasn't living here in Crystal City at the time. And at that time, I wasn't really fishing like I fish now either. So let's just hope and pray it don't happen again, man. We really haven't had a lot of rain this year. But hopefully now that the winter's coming and all that, well, technically I think it's already winter, but hopefully now that winter's coming, we're starting to get some more storms and stuff roll through. Hopefully we get a good amount of water, man. Guys, look at the big old blue indigo. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. Look at that big old freaking blue indigo, guys. Look at that freaking snake. Big old guy.